strong, the mighty. The forces of evil can never destroy the powers of the Wonder Man. And though the most formidable journey lies ahead, only one will prevail.
Welcome back everyone to One Nation Sniping. It's N1 Omen here as always, and today I'm going to be discussing the idea of headshot feeding with the Dragunov and how I personally feel is the best way to approach that. Now, I'm going to discuss the limitations of the weapon and the best positions really to go for it, and it's especially good that I'm on Dome, obviously because it's a good small map and we can talk about spawns. Now I'm just going to pause it here. Now, if you were paying attention, and I'm sure you were, you would have noticed that I am walking with a two-shot kill sniper into a small bottleneck, or basically a corridor of fire is where I'm walking at right now. That is what you shouldn't be doing. Don't get involved in close quarters engagements. Unfortunately, it's hard to avoid, obviously, on maps like Dome, but just don't do it, and you'll see why. So let's just roll on here. Rolled over. Absolutely fucking rolled over. Now, let's pause here. This is a decision I'm making. Okay, you can see clearly. I can go through the dome, or I can go on top of the dome. Those are my two paths. Now, the best thing with guns like the Dragunov, if you're going to be hard scoping going for headshot feeds, you want to keep a little bit of distance. Because once you get your aim down, once you get used to aiming and used to going for the head, you're gonna be able to do that quickly enough, and you're going to be able to do that over a decent range. So it's best to put the distance between you and your opponents, so that you'll get them coming out of the spawns, and you'll also get them at a longer distance where they're not as accurate as a sniper rifle. So let's just roll on here. So now you'll notice I'm tacking at the stairs, or the ladder would be probably the best job. And the reason I'm tacking at the ladder is because if you get shot on top of the dome, and you have your tack on the top of the dome, they can see that. If they can see you on the dome, they can see the tack on the top of the dome, and then they're going to shoot you off the dome again, and then you could end up anywhere, and it could take a while to fight your way back on top of the dome again. So tack at the ladder, bottom of the ladder, that'll give you a break from the action and let you get down. Now, I'm going to pause here again. This is spawn spot number 1 for headshot feeds in Dome, and it's my favourite. No, it'll be my second favourite one. It doesn't be used as often as you think, and it's easy to miss it because it's such a narrow like chink of what you can see there. It's very narrow, and it's hard to see people coming out of it unless you're specifically looking there. But keep that one in mind, and let's roll on again here. So you can see me, I'm scoping over there. Good place to get them because come out in the bottleneck formation. Very straight lines, and it's easy to pop the headshots off because, as you know, you just get them in the spawn. Now, you'll notice there, it took me quite a while. I couldn't really track him as he was moving, and that's because my sensitivity is down at 5, which is brilliant if you're going for headshots, but it's not so good if you're trying to track a fast-moving target. That was a nice wee headshot, so it was. Now, let's pause here. Bad decision? I think we can all agree it's a bad decision. You can see the hit marker. He's not dead. He's going to fuck me up, and that's my fault. That was a bad decision. If I had known he was that close, I heard the tack insertion being deleted, or prevented, sorry, and if I had known he was that close, I wouldn't have thrown the C4, but I thought maybe he was still down there, but he was halfway up the fucking ladder by the time I heard it. So I threw the C4. Now, I should have just shot him, and I'm going to pay the consequences. So I'm down here, which is actually quite a useful turn of events, because that is a good spot to headshot feed. Now obviously being as bad as fuck there, didn't hit anything, but sometimes you can if you get lucky. Now I was killed from by the same guy twice in a row there, and that's because I didn't properly look around myself. Now it's all about now is me, I'm fighting to try and get back into the dome, or back on top of the dome, sorry. That C4 didn't work, that was pretty dreadful, but it's okay. All I'm trying to do is get back on top of the dome. This here, all this stuff I'm doing right now is not important at all. The chance of me getting a headshot feed are slim to none down on the ground. It happens, of course, but it's slim to none now. I ignored him, there's no point going for him, because using the Dragunov, the chances are I'm going to lose a one-on-one fight. So I'm just trying to get back on top of the dome. Now, normally you go out the front doors, alright? But I didn't. And the reason I didn't go out the front doors is because the death that lies between me and the other side of or the death that lies between me and the dome is all encompassing. I will die if I go out there. It's almost guaranteed. So take the back way. Usually quite discarded and deserted unless somebody's spawning there. Now, let's pause here for a moment. This is a brilliant drop zone. you will get your best chance for any headshot feed on any map if you go in dome, go on top of the dome, and aim over there if they're capturing this drop zone. Perfect. So let's just roll it on and see what happens. So I got 1, I got 2, and I got the 3. Now, unfortunately, it was split by my own fucking teammate and co-leader N1 Snipers, but that's okay. Those things happen. Split feeds happen all the time. Now, I'm actually going to just pause here after that shot. That is a very, very good place. You'll get a lot of people sitting there like fucking retards, standing completely still, trying to hit you, and you've got such a good chance of hitting them. So if you hit the 2 headshot feeds, if you hit the 2 headshots and you're looking for a third, and you're anywhere near there, look over there, because I almost guarantee there'll be some dickhead standing there with his dick out, just waiting to be shot in the face. Now let's roll it back on, and we'll go. Nah, we're not really going anywhere. We're just kind of poking around, again, checking spawns, but nothing there for me this time. Now you'll see Marksman also is a very, very good perk to have on, as you can see the orange riding through the smoke. Now here we go. Now I know there's a guy in there, I can see him, but I'm not going to get much off that. But you can see them through the smoke, so put Marksman on, you can see the head, the name above the head, and with a little bit of practice you'll get actually quite good at aiming for the head from the right, and you'll know roughly where the centre of that writing is, and then you'll be able to know down a bit and their head's there. So, sort them down there, I'm not going to bother them. Now let's pause here. Now, this is the spawn I was talking about. As you can see, they're all funneling out. It's perfect. One's up top, one's down below. I caught it a bit late. I did catch it quite late. You catch it early, you see them coming out, you could get a triple headshot clad or whatever down there, but I got it a bit late. But it's okay, go prone, obviously when you're trying to do these, as much as you can, reduces the kick and the sway. Which also reminds me, while I'm here, I'll just tell you, I have stability on, extended mags, blind eye to prevent the chopper shooting me, quick draw, and marksman, as we've mentioned before. But let's get back into the action. So, bang, bang again, and there's no guy coming out. So I got the triple headshot again, but it was this time the split by Snidewich again, but this time he was being killed, so I suppose that's not really his fault. Now, to be honest, I just wanted to kill this guy because I hate people going ballistic vest, so I didn't even go for his head. Now, I'm going to pause here on the ladder. You'll notice I was shot. I know I was shot from down there. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to run up the ladder, I'm going to spin, jump, and just disorientate whoever's there and try and get them on the, on the fly. So spin, jump, go prone, and he's just sitting there like a complete dickhead. So that was handy. That worked out quite well. Again, attack at the bottom of the ladder. And I'm going to go over here. This is another decent drop zone. It's not great. And I'm going to have a wee poke around. I'll get a nice wee headshot here. And I'm going to look back to the original spawn. Oh, no, maybe I'm not. Try to see if I want him. Bad decision. Now what I do here is I just try and stay on top. Try to move away, and hopefully if he gets with me, but he doesn't. So, like I said, you're just going to have to persist with the top of the dome and just keep trying to get yourself in the best position you can. It's not about QDs. It's about... Now, I'm going to pause here again, and you'll see... First of all, you see in the bottom of my scope that there's Snidewich. So, I knew already that the hope when we get the feed was dire, because this bastard was going to shoot everyone. But I managed to get the first headshot off here, as a guy, the dickhead with his dick hanging out, looking over the car. Managed to get him. Now, 3 of his mates come down, and I managed to get 2 of them. But as you can see, Snidewich thought it would be funny to shoot another one. Now, it's not his fault. It's very hard to keep an eye on the feed. But... I'm unhappy. I'm unhappy. So you can see now in this game, obviously, how good the dome is for these headshots. The dome is very useful. Just get on top and keep looking at the spawns, and you should be fine. You should get a chance. You'll get a chance every single game. I guarantee it. You'll get a chance, but it just takes patience and persistence. All right. So I hope that was of any use to anyone, really. If you like the episode or the commentary, let me know, and I can try and do more with them. And if you didn't like it, let me know as well. If you think, what, fit up, this is boring as fuck. If you thought it was interesting, let me know. If you thought it was shite, let me know. If there's anything particular you'd like me to do, any other type of feeding, or any other gun, or if you just want to see more maps with the Dragon of, let me know. Alright? So that's all for now, guys. Thanks. Drop a comment, like, subscribe, same usual stuff, and I will see you again.